numbers right in front of me because
I think it was like
38 to 36
to 30 to
It was about an 8-point lead, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It wasn't a full 10-point lead, but
Yeah.
nonetheless. But when I looked at the map, I thought it was really interesting because he took a lot of Manhattan, which I thought was very interesting and not surprising about Brooklyn. And then Cuomo's big leads I thought were concentrated in Staten Island and up in the Bronx, which
was interesting.
made my hair stand on edge. Well, there's a big Italian contingency.
That's true.
Which I don't think of us as being tribal because I certainly don't necessarily fit in that crowd. But and I want to just correct that yesterday towards the end of our talk, I was excited and moving on to something else, and I misspoke. And of course, Ken Frankel, who I think is originally from New York, correct me if I'm wrong, Ken. Ken is always right for the most part. Ken is, and I appreciate you, Ken. I misspoke about Zoran being a state assembly. I know, but obviously Zoran was a state assembly. Is still a state assembly person, and for the 36th district. So I misspoke yesterday, and I wanted to call that out. And of course, also, I just wanted to correct one other thing, which is that his policy on rent was to try to freeze rents and build more affordable housing and go after more, I think, tax on the wealthy to make that happen. And there's a larger debate out there about how economically feasible any of these policies are, or how much, fighting and politicking and partnership building they'll need to get it over the line and into legislation. But if he does win, but he certainly has excited the youth base with, I think, these simple messages around affordability. I'm not going to weigh into his position on Israel or Gaza right now, but I just want to say that it was seen as, a stunning upset, but many people are trying to take lessons from it. I think one of the messages they're now that maybe Dems are looking at is this is a sign of embracing that the party wants change, or that certain segments of the party want change and are embracing change. And perhaps that's going to be a line they're going to go with. But there was I can tell you, I got a million texts from a lot of young people who were very excited, and also from friends that I know many people that ranked Lander first and Adrian Adams second. So it'll be interesting to see moving forward if he does win, and if people are concerned about his lack of extensive experience managing the city, what kind of strong team he could build by maybe having some of those same people that were running with him in some capacity. But I think so. Now we're looking at a four-way general. If Cuomo said he seems to have said he'll keep his options open. He said he's on the general election ballot. So I'm assuming he's going to run, but he said he'll keep his options.
He has his own policy. He's not going to run.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to. Yeah, go ahead.
He's not going to run. He said what he said, but I mean, the fact that he conceded so quickly because he knows that he's not going to, the way that the numbers are going to break on the what do you call it, on the
between him and Adams.
No, the way that the numbers run, because it's what's the system called again? It's the rank choice, right? So the way the numbers are going to break on rank choice, he already did because I'm gonna lose. Okay, that's why he conceded so quickly. Okay.
That I do. But you think he won't run again?
No, because if you can't win a Democratic primary, you get clocked like this, and you're a former governor and the son of a former governor. Okay, you're just not going to win in November. And he's got the incumbent mayor running in November. You have a Republican who's well known, even though he's run before. Okay, and he's not really a politician, which is Sliwa. Okay, so no, I don't think he's going to make. I think if Adams wasn't in it, Cuomo would definitely make a run for it. Okay, but because Adams is in it, I think Cuomo